Now that we know the 5 characteristics of an ethical culture, let's talk about how to create one. Epley and Kumar noted that creating an ethical culture requires thinking about ethics not simply as a belief problem, but also as a design problem. They identified the following 4 critical features that need to be addressed when designing an ethical culture: explicit values, thoughts during judgment, incentives, and cultural norms. See, values again. Coming up with strong and meaningful values for your organization requires dedication and courage. Organizational values can and will limit your organization's strategic and operational freedom and constrain the behavior of its employees. Moreover, the values make it easy to assess executives' actions and will leave them open to criticism, even for small or minor violations. To establish core values, an organization needs to be authentic. Integrity, quality, teamwork, customer satisfaction, and innovation all sound like great organizational values. They are in fact so good that in 2002, 55% of all Fortune 100 companies listed integrity as one of their values. 49% of those companies said customer satisfaction, and 40% had teamwork as some of their core values. Integrity, customer satisfaction, and teamwork are required. But do they set the organization apart? Do they really stand for what every organization is? You don't have to try to write a Hallmark card. Try to find what the organization truly stands for. Next, executives need to own the process. Establishing a set of core ethical values cannot be delegated to HR department. Sending out a survey to all employees to come up with core values is nice, but establishing core values is not about building consensus. It's about setting boundaries and imposing a set of fundamental, strategically sound beliefs on a broad group of people. Ideally, this is done by a small executive team and key employees over a period of time. I would argue it takes months to develop a proper set of ethical core values, not just days. Next, the core values need to be integrated into everything. I illustrated this earlier with the BP example. The values should be displayed publicly in a firm's code of ethics, in the annual report, public accountability statement, social responsibility report, the corporate homepage, of course. All organizational processes, from the way employees are hired, evaluated, promoted, and dismissed, need to be driven by the organization's core values. In the same vein, the mission vision statement should also not go on a Hallmark card. They need to be short, simple, and meaningful. And most importantly, they need to complement the value statement. In the last video, we talked about ethical decision making, rational and intuitive decisions. I said that the problem is not that people don't know what is right or wrong. You know that deceiving customers is wrong. But there are ways to convince yourself that your moral standards do not apply in a specific situation. You are correct. I'm talking about moral disengagement. So when everybody is deceiving customers, or when your supervisor implies that it's okay, you may be okay doing it too without feeling bad about it. And then don't forget, over time, ethical considerations will no longer be on your mind, leading to ethical lapses. If a corporate culture is defined by ethics, where ethical considerations are at the center of attention, moral disengagement can be minimized, maybe even eliminated. It goes back to communicating the organization's mission, vision, and values, and providing employees with tailored ethics training on a regular basis that prepares them for the ethical challenges they may face. Individuals' behavior is often influenced by their immediate thoughts before judgment, and these thoughts can be directed in a meaningful way. Again, over time, employees will develop ethical schemas and scripts that will guide their unconscious decisions and actions in positive ways. The next point are incentives. Again, it sounds very obvious, but employees do what you pay them to do. If you only focus on end results and do not care how the results are achieved, you will fuel the ends justifies the means mentality, where employees will do whatever it takes, where engineers will cut corners to fix a problem. See Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal. Or where salespeople deceive customers or lie to them. So the reward system needs to be structured in a way that incentivizes ethical outcomes. And don't forget, the reward system does not only include money. Non-monetary incentives are just as important. Feeling appreciated and respected for the work, or knowing that employees make a positive impact on the community, can improve employee job satisfaction and foster intrinsic motivation. Finally, organizations need to establish cultural norms at all levels by ensuring the tone at the top is transmitted to the tone in the middle and throughout the organization. That means that the organization has to promote and demand ethical leadership at all levels. Since ethical leadership plays such a central role in establishing cultural norms, I will discuss it in more detail next.